Just a little update on the 73. Mofo's running better than ever. Just a little backtrack. Earlier today it was not running good. Before I tell you what happened, this is amazing. Not amazing. It's stuff that happens. Let me take a little temperature reading on the coil. Oh, if I can get this in there. All right. 154. Now, I was just running this truck hard. I just got home from 1 hour drive. 1 hour drive. 117 on the module, on the ignition module, and 137, 140 on the ballast. I wonder what the radiator is. $163 on the radiator. Thermos water pump is 200. 203. Intake manifold 190. Not that that matters. How about the exhaust manifold? Exhaust manifold 500 degrees. Okay, 500. Let's try each cylinder. 500 on number 2. 4 and 6. 500. 8. Can't get a good hit on number 8. I'm not getting a good reading on number 8. There we go. 5 something. Number 1. 530 something, 540. Number 3 and 5. 628. Number 7. 600 and something. This side, the odd side right here, is a little higher than the even side because the odd side goes into a mini catalyst. Alright, let me explain to you what happened. Explain to you what happened. A little funky thing, a little troubleshooting. Will it start right up? But of course it will, because I fixed it. All right. Okay, a little quick backstory. If you didn't see my other videos, we got a new coil. I was having trouble starting it on hot days. No, that trouble's gone. New coil, did some rewiring. I won't bore you with the details. New wires. New ignition module, electronic ignition, although I didn't need it, but I did it anyway. New ballast right there. And the coil was wired in reverse, backwards, positive to negative, negative to positive. That made the biggest difference. The electrons were running through the spark plugs in the opposite directions. Instead of from the tip to the ground, their electrons are running from the ground to the tip. And not a good thing. You don't want that. Okay, now, during the troubleshooting process, I had removed the number 1 spark plug wire or boot to put an inline spark tester in there and reinstalled it a couple of times. Didn't think anything of it, and replaced it. And subsequent to that, after fixing it and getting the vehicle to start, and I actually also installed a special switch in there that I talked about that I talked about in my last video. If I want to use this, I can. This will put a direct battery voltage of 13 volts right to the coil. It's a momentary push button switch. As long as you hold it in there, it puts 13 volts right from the battery to the coil. As long as you hold it in there for purposes of starting, it's even more voltage than comes from the I2. And you can hold it as long as you want to get the truck started, and then release it, and then it'll provide ballast voltage, which is roughly 10 volts to the coil. Now, that's not the problem. But anyway, so subsequent to tinkering around and putting the inline spark tester in number 1, that's number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I started feeling a little like something seemed a little off, a little vibration, a little stuttering under acceleration. And even under cruising, something didn't seem right. It just seemed like something was off time or missing. And what it felt like to me was the classic spark plug wire arcing. I felt that before, and it just seemed like it, but I was like, well, how can that just happen overnight? You know, how can my plug wire start arcing overnight? You know, that's a slow process. Breakdown of the dielectric on dielectric of the wires. Something didn't seem right. So rather than do a water test on the wires or anything like that, I had a spare set of wires. There's the old wires right there. And the wires seem kind of limp anyway. You know, you look at these things, they're kind of, you know, once they get kind of like that, they're old. They're breaking down. Turn my lights off. So I figured I had a spare set of wires in the shed up in the mountains, so I went and got them. And I said, what the fudge, you know, rather than do any troubleshooting, I'll just be a good old parts replacer, because I had the wires anyway. So this is the set of wires I had. They're known good. And I put them on. And I like them better because they have these little pull tabs to remove them. Instead of these things. You know, you kind of got to grab them here. And when the exhaust manifold is hot, you almost you have a tendency to want to pull them from up here, which is the wrong thing to do. Anyway, long story short, I was having a real stuttering problem, and even under heavy acceleration, I can feel it stutter. A little bit, tiny little bit of loss of power. It was definitely noticeable. You know your own car, you know it, you just know it. So during the process of replacing the plug wires, and these are the new plug wires, I did some wire management. See here, a little wire management. Okay, but during the process of, you know, I didn't see that before. I could actually tuck these in right there. Get in there, you puppy. Kind of hot right now. Okay, good. During the process of replacing the plug wires, I pulled number 1 off. Let me see if I can find number 1. Oh, and one more thing before I forget. Where's number 1? I might have to hit pause so you don't. Sorry about that. There it is. Okay. When I pulled number 1 off, guess what happened? I don't know if you can see this or not. Let me take my glasses off. Guess what happened? Look inside there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know what the technical name for it is, but the connector that attaches to the spark plug stayed on the spark plug, and there's a little the wire that attaches to it broke off. It's kind of broken off in there. I don't think you can see it without a flashlight. So basically, during the process of troubleshooting, when I put an inline spark tester in there, the connector, whatever you call that thing, the sleeve, the collar, whatever it's called, that attaches to that clamps down on the spark plug, was disconnected from the wire, the actual wire here. And I'm sure it was arcing internally, getting a little bit of spark to the spark plug, but not much. So number one was missing. Maybe it was missing altogether, I don't know. So I literally had to pull that collar off the spark plug by itself. And I threw it down. I can't find it right now. I threw it back here on the asphalt because I was so pissed off. I don't even know where it is. It's back here somewhere. I was pissed off and relieved at the same time because I knew that was going to be I just knew that was going to be the cause of it. And it probably wasn't arcing at all, though it could have been a combination of causes. Could be a comorbidity. A combination of causes. Anyway, when I put the new plug wires on there, did some wire management, got a good wire on number one. And that's why I always recommend buying these wires that have these little pull collars on here, so you don't want to pull them off from the wire itself. You want to pull it off from the strain relief right there, so that doesn't happen. Anyway, just got back from the test drive, and this thing performs better than ever, better than when I bought the truck. I mean, it's phenomenal. What a difference plug wires can make. I mean, what a damn difference plug wires can make. Especially when one of them is damaged. Anyway, this truck is running tip-top. Still waiting on my new glove box. Just an update. Fuel is perfect. This little 2-barrel is tuned perfectly. The ignition system is tip-top now. Fuel, spark, tip-top. Cooling system, tip-top. Just checked it the other day. It's not leaking, nothing. Got no issues. Starter's working great. Got the tailgate working. Just need a new glove box and everything is good to go. Today I just tucked the carpet in. I had a little carpet coming out right there. Got that tucked in. Just got to do a little wire management below the dash and we are good to go. Love it. Love it, love it. Just an update on the 73 Stereo Police. Ciao. Let me start it up one more time. Oh, there's the keys. I like starting it now. I used to be terrified of starting it. Oh, yeah. Oh, the other thing I was going to say. The guy I bought it from, I don't know which one of these it was. He used a spark plug wire for the coil wire. It was way too freaking long. Way too damn long. I don't know if you can see the coil wire now. It's the right length. That previous coil wire was so long it was flopping around, hitting things. I mean, you don't want these spark plug wires hitting the DC wires, and it was. So I got a proper coil wire now. That's what a 318 V8 sounds like. It's a beautiful idle. I verified the choke operation today. Got a proper coil wire. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. This thing's a beast. Look at that manual heater valve. Those motor mounts look nice. Those motor mounts are beautiful. They're motor mount. Nothing wrong with that. Listen to that 318. Daggone it. I wish they still made 318s. Yeah, they'd screw them up with electronics. That's a problem. All right. Stereo Police. Ciao.